Hi, everybody. My name's Becky. I'm with Vox Fox Productions. I have a program that's all about empowering independent artists, helping them feel like they are in control, that the music industry isn't just some crazy, uninhabitable place to be, but a place where a lot of people are comfortably making livings. And my job is to help you find your place in that industry. Today, I wanted to just share a quick little story with you because I think it's significant. I was having lunch with a colleague and a friend named Amanda Lynn Jones, and I'm going to link to one of her videos so you can subscribe to her YouTube channel. She's a very talented guitarist, singer, songwriter, and she's kind of navigating these waters that a lot of us have to navigate, which is I want to make music. I need to make money to pay my bills. How do I do that? I don't feel like I have enough skills in all of these areas to do everything independently. I don't have money to pay people to produce my music, but I have a long ways to go before I feel comfortable recording and producing my own material. We were specifically talking about creating music for the sync world, which, if you don't know, that is the music that is made specifically for film and TV. Every time you watch a YouTube channel and you hear music in the background, it is often licensed, and that is called production music. If you're watching a movie on Netflix or a series on Netflix, you will hear a variety of music. Sometimes it's songs written and produced and performed by artists, and you could look up the song and see that it's an artist with a following. But sometimes these Netflix shows, they also use production music, which is just instrumental, oftentimes instrumental, or it could be, it could have vocals in it, but was created specifically for the purpose of being in TV shows and movies. I create that kind of stuff once in a while when I have time. But anyway, I was having this conversation with Amanda, and we were talking about how she feels like she doesn't have the skills to do it yet, to record herself and to produce her own material. And here's the thing. I have heard her demos, and while yes, there's room for improvement, absolutely 100%, she is good enough to create instrumental and even vocal tracks. She's gotten good at recording an acoustic guitar and electric guitar, which is a skill in and of itself. She's gotten good at recording her vocals and layering harmonies and then basic mixing. And so when I listen to her demos, they're at a pretty darn good quality, and I would say quality that competes with stuff that I hear on TV shows and definitely in YouTube videos. And so I said, you just got to start. You just got to go for it. You just got to do it. And anyway, we left our meeting. I got home, and when I got home, I had a statement from BMI, which, if you don't know yet, BMI and ASCAP are the U.S. collection agencies for songwriting, performing rights, royalties. They're performing rights organizations. And I belong with BMI and have for many years. Well, I got my statement that day, and on that statement, just like every statement over the past 10 years, there is this song on there called Accident Waiting to Happen that I wrote and produced and recorded myself. It was about 15 years ago when I was first learning how to produce and record. And I had a co-producer that I worked with most of the time, but this was one I just did by myself. And I was specifically writing it to sound kind of Lady Gaga-ish, mixed with maybe a little Beyonce, because they were kind of really huge at the time in mainstream pop. But I wanted it specifically for sync. And when I finished it, I started pitching it, and it got placed with a particular music library. And then a horror film, kind of a low budget horror movie, picked it up to use in the trailer and in the movie in a pretty significant scene. And I am still collecting royalties from that. Here's what's so funny is that when my co-producer saw that I got this placement and I was all excited about it, he was irate. He was furious because the quality wasn't as good as the stuff we do together, which ultimately he's the producer and the one who would mix and everything. It was not quite at that quality, and he was really mad that I would have pitched something that wasn't at the quality that our stuff normally is at, which I can understand. But at the same time, here we are 10, 12 years later, receiving royalties for this little song that I placed all those years ago. Because that little horror movie, yeah, it's a low budget, but for horror movie enthusiasts, it is being streamed still. Okay. Now, I'm not making gazillions of dollars. It's not paying, a significant amount of money, but over time, it is definitely paid back its worth for sure. And the moral of the story is that if you don't start and you just don't go for it, then when are you going to start? So start today. Please comment below. Hit me up if you have any questions. I also love to give you guys feedback on your songs. If you think, okay, is my song quality good enough to start pitching for sync? Feel free to send me an email, Becky@VoxFoxProductions.com. Send me an email and put sync ready ? In the subject line, and I will let you know my personal opinion if I think the song itself, the quality of the recording and the production is something that might be good for sync today. All right, thanks for joining me. See you next time.